Well, we're back again here on the Coaching Corner with our guest, acting coach, Alan Feinstein. What an amazing career you have had. Your resume, we'll start with 40-plus years in this business. What were some of the jobs that you've had over the years?
I made my Broadway debut in a play of Edward Albee's called Malcolm. But that was not well received by the critics. We only played for a week.
Yeah, but what do they know anyway?
That's true.
You've done a tremendous amount of outstanding movies and worked with a lot of great actors. One that comes to mind right off the bat is Looking for Mr. Goodbar. You had a chance to work with Diane Keaton. In fact, that entire ensemble was terrific.
We don't have enough time to discuss all of it. It was a very unique situation. Among other things, not only Diane, it really jump-started Richard Gere's career, who was also in it, with a fabulous director named Richard Brooks. Who was a very unique man. He had it in his mind that he was very fearful of anybody copying or knowing what he was doing. So he normally didn't let his actors see the scripts. Diane had pleaded with him, saying this was her first lead dramatic role, that she had to have some advance on the scripts. So he would at least give us the next day's shooting the night before. He would Xerox and say, this is what we're shooting, this is what we're doing. At the end of the day, he would take the Xerox copies back and tear them up and warn everybody on the set, don't tell anybody about what we're doing at all. He was paranoid about it. At the end of this movie, I got a leather-bound script, gold embossed, Looking for Mr. Goodbar, all blank pages.
You still have that? That's got to be worth some money.
I have it, sure.
Yeah, you've got to be worth a small fortune, yeah.
I guess. But
did he sign it or anything?
No, but that was given out. That was his ironic twist on things. As far as Meisner, actually, there was a period of time that Diane was in Warren Robertson's class. I mentioned the first week that I was here. She and I never discussed our individual approaches. So what she was utilizing, I don't know. I can only tell you that because we worked so quickly off of the material that morning, this was Brooks's responsibility. He would rehearse a scene and just sort of whip it into shape in a matter of minutes. You know, he'd say, listen, you two have a disagreement, you've had a fight, you had a fight with a girlfriend, a wife, something, have a fight, you two, come on, have a fight. And we would do that and say, okay, let's shoot it.
Sounds a little bit like a warm-up or something, you know.
It was. It was.
You also had the opportunity to work as a series regular on St. Elsewhere with a young actor by the name of Denzel Washington. What was that like?
Well, it was long before his huge success as a movie star. He was on that for a number of years. So at the time, I just felt I'm working with a fellow actor. I was guest starring on the show, and this was working with one of the regulars on the show. So it's only in retrospect that I could say, wow, I worked with Denzel. But at that time, he was just right. Denzel Washington, working actor.
With all the actors that you work with, who would you say, looking back, has left the greatest impression?
Well, I had the good fortune to do a TV movie called Second Serve, and I played Vanessa Redgrave's boyfriend.
Wow.
So it was Vanessa Redgrave.
Yeah.
Need I say any more?
What was it about working with Vanessa Redgrave? Was it that she looked into your eyes, that she was generous?
I would say so, certainly to me. The storyline had, we met, I was became her boyfriend, and she treated me off camera, in a sense, that way. In the morning, she'd literally say, can I make you tea? This is on the set. And
really?
This was, I think, her method of approaching, so that her responses to me, and the only reason I found out that this was an approach is that I spoke with other actors later on where she had different relationship in the film, and she said, treated them differently. Someone said, she didn't talk to me at all off camera. I said, wow, that wasn't the case here. And then I realized she just continued the life off camera
because that's the relationship
she had on camera. Exactly.
It sounds like it's a little bit on the method side, but it worked.
It worked for her.
Yeah, it worked for her.
It worked for me.
That's exactly right. So you started out at the Dramatic Workshop in New York. Then you studied with Warren Robertson. Then you came out here and you've been a working actor for 40 plus years. You don't take classes anymore, right?
Wrong. No, I still do.
You still go to workshop?
I still go. I have a friend named Gene Buer, and I'm in his class every Friday morning doing scenes.
That's love of the craft right there, yeah.
I guess so.
So you're telling me that you've gone to workshops and classes during your entire acting career?
I had the good fortune to do A Streetcar Named Desire on Broadway. I got very, very good notices, and I started to get some bites, and I decided to move out here. So I came out here, started working, but I studied with a man named Milton Katselis.
Sure.
And throughout the years that I was extremely active on TV, and also going back to New York and doing theater and jumping back and forth between both coasts, I would be in class any moment that I could be and work on anything that I wanted to.
You know, it's amazing that I'll see young actors all the time who have just graduated from college or have taken a workshop somewhere, and that's it. And now here you are, after all this time, still attending workshops.
For two reasons. One, I personally enjoy it. And two, candidly, if I can influence younger actors, that they can say, wait a minute, this guy who's been around for 120 years, if he's still doing it in class and still excited and so forth, if I can be an influence or a good role model, that pleases me a lot.
Will you join us again one more time here on the Coaching Corner? I'd like to talk about your acting classes and exactly what it is that you teach.
You got it.
So once again, next week here on the Coaching Corner, joined by Alan Feinstein. Till then, R.J. Adams thanking you. We'll see you again.